Hello and welcome to our new podcast. We are the Two Mums Club, and I've been trying to get this going for about 2 years.
Yeah.
It's something I've wanted to do for so long. I don't even know why, because at the time I wasn't even a big podcast listener.
No, it's like you've mentioned it for ages, but then only recently you've started watching / listening to loads of different podcasts.
Yeah.
And I listen to podcasts kind of like as we're working, but I've never had the confidence to be like, yeah, let's do a podcast, because I don't know what we talk about. But when we come back from the school run, we just debrief anyway.
We have
and then
so
we talk
much
for
to
so
talk
long.
about. Yeah. And just sliding in a sneaky biscuit.
The rustling's going to be a bit loud.
Go on, go quick. Yeah.
Well,
so,
if anyone's been watching your TikTok, they'll know what your latest podcast obsessions are.
Yeah. Right. So we had a little chat. And do you know what? Like Becky said, like, this is one of those things, and I'm a bit like this.
The notebook's coming out.
Where
Spider diagrams.
Where I say I'm going to do something and then I don't really give it much thought. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to do it. But this one, I'll give it 2 years worth of thought. In my defence, this has been a long time coming.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so spontaneous. I mean, you have something in your mind, I'm like, do you know what? Let's just do it. And then I think that's why I'm a bit nervous, because I haven't planned anything. I'm just like, I'll come along for the ride.
So then today, like, I've dug out the old DSLR, I've got a mic on top of the DSLR. Yesterday we ordered 2 actual podcast mics to be using for next time, but I was too impatient to actually wait for them to arrive.
They're literally due today.
But that's not okay. I was like, I need to, I've got stuff to say and I want to tell you, but then I also want to save it. So anyway, welcome. So this is our new podcast. We are Levi and...
Oh, Becky.
Levi and Becky. It's not Levi.
I am Levi. And I was going to say, and I'm Becky, but you're like, we are Levi, but I'm not Levi.
Yes, but we are Levi and Becky. I'll be an I. I'm okay with that. But she's up for grabs if anyone wants her. We are married. We've been married for 6 years this year. No, ha ha ha, lol. Who says that? 5 years. 5 years this year. We have children. We have a cat. We have a house together. We're landlords. We run a business together. We do pretty much everything together. We don't really get a chance to breathe.
Yeah, everyone always says, do you not need space from each other?
Yeah.
And we do get space from each other, though.
Yeah, the school run.
Your office is the bedroom. My office is the office.
Yeah. We pretty much spend every minute of the day together.
Yeah.
Realistically, don't we? Unless one of us is like out doing clubs or school runs or doctor's appointments, because we have a lot of those. So this podcast is about us as 2 mums. Obviously, we're in a same-sex marriage. We've been together for a long time now, haven't we? What, 11 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time. Like, all of our adult life. Our life is hectic, so we've got a lot to talk about.
It's busy.
Okay, so today we've come up with a few ideas of what we're going to talk about, how we're going to get started, see what works type thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we'll probably just start with talking about today, this morning, how this morning's gone. Let's just kind of start with most recent, the week. And then we've got some questions for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got, we're going to talk about our woman crush of the week.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I'm sure you can come up with something.
Okay.
We're going to have a mum moment. So we're going to try and do this every single week. And it's just a moment, like as a parent, that something's happened this week that stood out to you. Could be anything. And then we've got a little segment called You're Grounded. Now, obviously, grounded's it's a 90s punishment, like you're grounded, you're in your room. But we couldn't think of a better name to call it. So basically, it's just like something that's happened this week where you just want to say to someone, mate, you're grounded. Like, I've had enough of this crap. Okay. So tell me about this morning. How was your morning?
Oh, stressful. I hate school runs.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind the school run.
I don't know why. It's so different. Like, it's so weird because the girls have their alarm clocks, or youngest has a grow clock, and weekends, up, out, everyone can relate to this, is always the case. But why is it that on school mornings, none of them are up and you have to get them out of bed? And it's the same time that they're allowed to get up at the weekends, but they're awake an hour early on the weekend. So we're all groggy in the morning before school. And it drives me insane, because it's like, we have to do a conveyor belt in our house, don't we? Where one's up first, one's in the bathroom first, one's getting ready first, because we have 3 girls. And then we are literally changing round. Yeah, and
it's a 2-man job, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I've got this theory that they're awake early because they know it's a weekend, and like we have ballet, we have football, they know this stuff going on.
They like doing things.
They know that they're going to be up and out, and then so they'll be in the rooms and usually causing havoc or cutting their own hair or up to some kind of nonsense. And then by the time we've gone in, they've woke themselves up a bit, they've done something they enjoy in the morning, and then they've calmed. They've got the little weekend rhythm going, so that by the time we go in and we're getting them up and it's like, okay, it's time to come out your room, it's time to get ready for the day, they've already calmed themselves down.
Yeah.
School days they haven't, so one, they've got school, no one wants to get up for school, do they?
Yeah.
And two, you're having to wake them up and then you're expecting them to like jump up, brush your teeth, get ready, and they're like, oh,
it's so many demands, isn't it? Yeah.
So I do get that. It's like, that's why school mornings are harder. But in general, I think midweek personality is shite.
And we're not even midweek.
It's Tuesday. We've made it to Tuesday. And I don't know what it is. Like, this morning, littlest, she slept through the night, which is a near miracle for her. Usually she's up 6-7 times in the night, going for a wee, messing about, wets the bed. And today, she's woke up and took herself to the toilet this morning, did a massive wee. So we're like, yeah, great, like proper praise in this wee, like some things that you do as a parent. And I give her a sticker, so we have like a proud chat. And I was like, I want to put a sticker on your chat because I'm really proud that you've managed to hold your wee in this morning and go for a big girl wee on the toilet. And she was chuffed, like really made up, wasn't she?
Yeah, because she came and told me.
Yeah, she came and told you, like really happy.
Yeah.
And then within 30 seconds, we've done a full 360, like I mean a full turnaround, and she's just gone into full
defense mechanism.
I was gonna swear, full mode, it's full something. Yeah, she was on one. She wouldn't listen to any instructions, she wouldn't do anything. This is every morning though, it's not a new
the thing I find the hardest is actually the eye contact. It's like, I know you're telling me no, but I'm going to look you in the eye and I'm going to continue doing it just to grate on you a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it gets to me.
And this is our child that doesn't make eye contact. Like, she's poor eye contact. She really struggles with it. And then, but in those moments, she fucking challenges you. It's like a stare. She's like, and it's like that challenge is up there. So yeah, she got a little bit of a telling off this morning because she was just on one.
It's a shame, isn't it? Because when it's going really well and you give the praise, it's like she can't take the praise. So it's like, I'm going to do something.
No, absolutely not. She can't take the praise. Pardon me, first burp of the podcast.
Thank you.
There's a few things that happened on my way home this morning that I was dying to tell you when I got back. And I'll save it for the podcast. So first thing that happened is I'm driving along and I'm going down that windy country road, like the back road, onto that main road. And there's a car coming on the other side of the road. Now, I'm in kind of the queue out of school. Like, all the parents are coming out and they've done the drop off.
Levi always has chats about cars and road rage because I think you're quite a bad driver, to be honest.
I'm not a bad driver. I think everybody else is bad drivers, and I've not got any patience.
There's an issue with your driving.
No, it's not my driving. This is not something that I did. Okay, so I'm driving along and I've spotted this bird, and I'm like watching this bird going along. I'm like, oh God, that's gorgeous. And then within seconds, this bird's flying along. Its body rolled into next week, and its feathers went in the air like a freaking volcano. No, the other car hit it. The feathers went all over my car, and I'm like, Rah! In my car driving because all these feathers are going up in the air. Honest, like a plume. A plume, that's a good word.
To be fair, it is really hard not to kill. Like, I ran over a rabbit.
That's really sad. That wasn't the other day. That was a while ago.
Yeah,
I reckon.
But I had to pretend it was a pothole to the kids. Because what was that? I looked in the mirror and literally the rabbit's like. I was like, oh no. I drove the other way home. But yeah, it is absolute chaos for animals. Like, it's like. They're not scared though, these animals, are they? It's like when you see those little, grouses and they're like...
Yeah, just run across the road. It's like, how did the chicken get to the other side of the road? They didn't. They got squashed on the way home from the school run.
The amount of roadkill around there.
Yeah, it's bad. So then I carried on home and I'm like thinking about this poor bird. I'm like, oh gosh, this is just full on. I've never seen that happen, you know. Never seen a bird get hit. I've seen a badger once, but never a bird. And I think
have seen feathers in the air before, but I didn't put two and two together that the bird might have been hit.
Of course you didn't. So then I'm on the way home and then I'm behind this big lorry. Do you know those types of lorries have got a big open back? So that more like a truck, not a lorry. And they pile up the logs.
Yes.
Right, okay, yes. So lorry, another car.
Like Final Destination.
That's what I'm going to say. This other car was driving so far back from this lorry because it was obviously terrified. There was nothing holding logs on there. And I'm literally the whole way home and thinking, Final Destination. Final Destination. And I was crapping myself the whole way. And then I was going to overtake it. And I was like, well, what if you overtake it and the logs roll and they squish my car?
No, it's terrifying. It really is.
Yeah. So then that happened. And then I got home, went round the mini roundabout, come round the back way, up the hill road. And every single car would not let me through. And I sat there for about, so that's why I was so late home from school for about 10 minutes, just going past. And I'm like, indicator, I'm like, let me go. Nobody would let me go. Like, you're all idiots. Idiots on the roads. I'm a good driver. And then
a lot happens, doesn't it, before 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. I know one of the days are stressful because these mornings are hectic.
I know.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's just the update. And that's 10
just
minutes
morning.
long.
Right, so this week. Talk about the week in general.
Oh my God, this week.
It's been a week, hasn't it? Every week's a week. It's chaos.
Yeah, shall I tell the story about the oven?
Yeah, and you can start with the oven. That's a great place to start.
So we're currently without an oven. So bless her heart, Mila, she does acro in gymnastics, and trying to get her to practice at home can be a bit of a challenge sometimes, because she's one of those kids where if you don't say it, she doesn't do it. It just kind of, I don't really think it's like she's not interested. I think she just doesn't think about it.
She's like Luna Lovegood. She's
Yeah,
away with the fairies.
Luna Lovegood, that is such a yeah. So she said, I'm going to practice my acro routine. I was like, we'll look at each other like, come on then. And so it's like, oh, brilliant. So she's got her mat out in the kitchen, bless her. She put Alexa on, timer for a minute to her splits. She's running around, and then she's like, she's had her practice. Mummy, I've done my practice. You ready? I'm ready to show you. I was like, okay then, nice. Oh, she's gone in. She's done a little run on as if she's going to practice. So she's stood out.
She's going on to stage.
Yeah, she stood out with her arms out, like ready to smile like this. She's done a big high kick and a cartwheel, and she's completely misjudged her spacing. So she started too close to the oven. Usually we've got quite a long kitchen, and she usually starts at the back.
She uses
a long mat, yeah. She's got long legs. I don't know. She's like, maybe it's because she straightened her legs, which I've asked her to do every single week.
Maybe it's that pointed toe.
Yeah. She's clearly not used to it. As she's done her cartwheel, her foot has literally knocked the door handle of the oven, and the whole oven glass door has completely shattered everywhere. And I think we both just froze. You was upstairs, wasn't you?
Yeah, you screamed. The thing is, though, you witnessed it, and it was the smallest tap. Like
it was weird.
It was. Yeah. She didn't boot through the oven. She didn't kick the door.
No.
It was like a little bit of weight went onto the side of the handle.
It's like a big toe, literally.
Yeah, just like a little tap. Yeah. And it's almost like it must have been loose. And I was saying this when we were speaking to the people who are going to repair it. I was like, it must have been loose because it was just a tap, like just like a lean onto it, and it's come off. Like, and the whole thing went. She's like, Levi. So honestly, last time this happened, Mila put a razor in her mouth and there was blood everywhere. So I'm expecting, my God, she's
a very curious
really
child.
I'm thinking that she's chopped her own fingers off or something. I've gone running down the stairs, like flew around the banister.
Yeah, because I pulled her to the side, didn't I? Because she stood on some glass, and it was only a little bit on her toe.
Safety glass as well.
Yeah. And so I pulled her to the side. So when you've come in the door, she's just sat on my knee, obviously upset because she's traumatised. Not in pain, but because obviously there's glass everywhere. And you think I'm calling her because of her foot. And it's not as important as that is. We could manage it. It was a plaster situation. And you're like, oh no, what's happened? And then I've just gone to you, look at the oven.
No, you just went, the oven. You didn't even say look at the oven. The oven.
Because I was trying to keep so calm, because she was really trying with the acro, and it was one at the time where we didn't have to tell her to do it. And then typical that happened. And now I hope it's not kind of scarred her. She don't want to practice again. Obviously, no more gymnastics in the kitchen. And yeah, you saw it and you was like, oh my God, weren't you?
But then, then I've seen this on the floor, and I've seen that Becky's entirely calm, and obviously I've not witnessed the situation, but you've just watched it happen.
I think it definitely helps that I was
the fact that you was so calm, and then you saw that it was just, weight. There was a bit of weight on the handle, and it's just made it shatter. Like it wasn't like it's not like kids are kicking footballs around the house and a ball smashed into it and it's gone through the windows. Yeah. It wasn't that serious. It was a complete freak accident, and I froze because I didn't know how to respond in the situation, because I could see that she was hurt, and that was my first thought. Am I okay? First and foremost thought. Then I'm looking at that. I mean, when it shattered, this safety glass went everywhere. And obviously safety glass is made that way. It shatters, into like little pieces, like the size of a pea. And it was a lot, wasn't it?
To be fair though, I'm so glad that I was there, because if I wasn't and that had happened, I would genuinely thought she was doing something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, not that she wasn't supposed to, or like she'd done a massive whack on it or something. And it was mind blowing how she did the tiniest tap and all that happened. But
so the resolution is he's going to take the door off and he's going to bond a new piece of glass on it. Like, it's a really pretty easy fix.
Yeah, at least we're not going to need a whole new oven.
Yeah, but in the meantime, he tried. He's put on a cable tie around the top part of the door of the oven so we can still pull the door open, and just said, just use an oven glove when you need to close it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, but at least we can. So because it was locked, wasn't it? I said, at least we didn't have obviously roast chicken in there for like 3 days. Can't get it out.
Yeah, so it's sorted. But yeah, that was something big that happened this week.
This is a letter that she's done. So it says, to Mummy and Mummy, I am so sorry for breaking the oven. I love you all around the world and back again. You are the best mummies I ever met. Thank you for staying calm with me. You are in my lovely heart, and I am in your heart as well. Love from Mila. I love you. Oh,
So cute. So cute. And it was all an accident. Like, she felt so guilty. Like, I'd understand if she'd have gone around with a hammer and like felt like, oh God, I better go and write mum a letter. But it was so
yeah,
cute.
I think she was a bit confused as to what had happened as well because
it wasn't. Yeah.
Bless her.
So yeah, that was one thing that happened
chaotic,
this week.
Yeah.
So shall I add something that's happened this week?
Yeah.
So we saw Charlotte and James this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Two of our good friends. Becky grew up with Charlotte through cheerleading, and then James is her
fiance
fiance now, recently engaged. So we met them in like a little pub, Carvery, and we just had an hour with them, and it was really nice, wasn't it? It was nice to have adult company.
Yeah, it was a bit late getting there though. I hate being late, like when you can't control traffic, and then they're sat there, bless them two waiting in the kids' corner at the pub, like
on a big long table as well. And then at one point they came over and they was like, oh, we kind of need the table back, and we was like, oh, sorry, we was really late. Yeah, that was nice to see them, wasn't it? We had a nice catch up. We was talking about our plans for the year. We're going to Florida later this year.
Yeah.
So they're coming along.
Children don't know yet though, so we have to be really careful when we're meeting because they live up north, we live down south. So it's like when we meet, it's kind of like an update for the family as well because Charlotte is Harley's godmum, who's our eldest. And so she wants to speak to the kids and stuff, doesn't she? So when they're there, we can't talk about all the plans for Disney. So we kind of had to usher them into the play area at one point.
And also remind them, like, don't say anything.
Yeah, don't step it up because we've not revealed it yet.
Yeah, so that's coming soon. So we're going to reveal that when they break up from school, aren't we? So we've not got too long to wait, so the excitement doesn't bubble over. But yeah, that was really nice to see them.
Yeah.
It just so happened we was on a WSL weekend. So I had the match on my phone. Probably a bit rude of me, but I was still engaging. I still did well to listen. I only had it in there because I was ready for the cheer when I could hear if someone scored.
And considering you don't even support Arsenal, you support Man U.
I know. I'm afraid to admit I'm a bit of a secret Arsenal fan.
But Arsenal are better, aren't they? Women's.
I just fancy I fancy the team. I'll be honest. They're all fit.
Well, Arsenal Emirates Stadium's closer to us anyway, so.
Getting a season ticket next season then. It's not close though. It's still London.
But
still got to get into
on
London.
A train, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a United fan in my heart.
But you've been brought up Man United.
Yeah, but you say brought up, like it's almost like I'm like, oh, they shoved me in the pub and sat me in a corner and made me watch every match. That
did happen.
That did happen. But it was men's football then. I didn't even know women's football was a thing.
Yeah, because Man U ladies is quite late, isn't it? They're
very
quite
late.
They
didn't have a women's team when I was younger. So like obviously you grew up with Arsenal ladies. Yeah. They've pretty much always been around for most of your life. You played football. I didn't. And and then I just grew up and I just said it. I was just like, I'm a Man U fan because that was always what I followed, my family followed. Yeah. So now that I've got older, it's kind of, it feels like traitorous to say I'm not. And I love Mary Earps and I love Ella Toon. That cracking goal at the weekend.
Yeah, that was good.
It was only 1-0 to be fair. And even they played a shocker. Yeah. Who was they playing? Leicester? 1-0 to United against Leicester, at Leicester. Small stadium, not even a scary crowd. 1-0, shocking. Ella Toon came in, 10 minutes ago to the end and got a banger in top corner. Could be a commentator. I know, I could be a commentator. Get me on. So the whole point was, we went for lunch and I had the Arsenal game on my AirPod things, and then on the way home we had the Man U game on. Watched first half on my phone, second half at TV. Yeah,
to be fair though, this is how ditzy Mila is because we put the live stream, didn't we, on the radio? And it was like 45 minutes in, and Mila's like, oh, Mummy, is this the football?
But it wasn't even like that.
Yes, dear, it's nearly half time.
She didn't even ask. It was like she went, I think this is football. Yeah. So ditzy, honestly.
We've got a lot of funny stories.
Yeah, we have. And we had some more football stuff this weekend as well, didn't we? We had a game. Harley had a match.
Yep, player of the match.
Yeah, she played really well.
Last match of the season.
Yeah.
And they played the team that they played first.
Yeah. Ended up finished with the same team.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's a shame really because they should have won.
It was a close match.
She's in an under-9s team and they should have. It was
2-2.
It was 2-2, but I won't name the child, but that other child had 3 or 4 shots on target, which is just, she's a good little footballer.
Yeah.
She's good on the ball. She's fast. She's got good skill, but she can't shoot for toffee.
And they're still at that age still where they've not quite got the team dynamics where they're passing to each other and they understand that assisting is as good as scoring.
Yeah.
And
Harley made a crap
managing positions and stuff. But next year they're going to under 10s, which is 7-a-side.
Longer games.
Bigger pitches, bigger goals, longer games. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, we went to the field last night, didn't we? She did some stamina and fitness training, bless her. We was like, right, 5 laps round.
Well,
they play
40 minutes at the minute, and it's five a side.
20 minutes each way.
20 minutes each way. And he rotates, so he does like 10 minutes. So he does it in quarters as a manager, but they play it in halves, if that makes sense. So she played first quarter, third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And first quarter, fantastic. She came on and within about, not joking, within about 10 seconds, she was up the pitch, she nearly scored. And the reason she didn't score is because there's no one helping her. There was no one. She passed the ball in and then no one went for it. So she ran and got back on the ball, shot on target, and I think it hit the post.
Yeah.
And it was really, and we was like, bloody hell, it's best she's played in a long time. And then third quarter, she came back on. She was a bit delirious, didn't quite know what was going on. They changed sides and that throws her. When they have the side change, he needs to play a last quarter rather than third quarter.
Yeah.
So get her back in when she had that time to come back down again, because her stamina is poor. Like, poor.
Because she goes all in and puts all of her energy in, that it's such a short burst, isn't it? So that's what we was practicing last night. And I think it helps that she's got sisters because they're all very competitive. So when I was getting her doing like the long distance, shall we say, kind of laps round to get her fitness levels up. And then towards the end, we started doing sprints and races, didn't we? Yeah. And then when she's on her own, she's going for it, but she's slowing down at the end when she's coming to me. So as soon as we're like, right, all three of you in a line, ready, go. Oh my God. Then she's like Usain Bolt.
But yeah, she tells her she wants to be a famous footballer. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to be a famous footballer. She loves hemp. Who's her other favourite? Earps and hemp, she says. Yeah, she sometimes mentions Russo. And says that she wants to be a footballer. She wants to play in midfield. She's been put back to kind of defensive midfield now, isn't she? She's been pushed back a little bit, just because she's so happy to run up and down the pitch. And I think they want someone that's going to do that.
She's not scared either, is she? She gets in for a tackle.
She's not scared. Yeah. She'll play, like, she's on a girls' team, but she will play against the boys. Like, she isn't scared of them. And she goes to, was last summer going to an academy training, but like winter, we stopped because she was, didn't like the cold. She was sulky a bit in the cold, so we were like, we're going to have to get used to that sunshine. So yeah, we're doing stamina training, and that was all right. And then the littlest decided she wants to be a goalie. So I was doing a bit of goalie training with her.
She did so well last night with you.
I am so impressed at how good she is. Like, I feel like I'm going to start a little team.
Yeah.
I'm going to get locally, all the kids involved, girls team.
On the field, Friday night.
Down here, train on this field. Is that, do you have to pay for that field and just get a ball out? I'll buy some nets. So she's a good little goalie, isn't she?
Yeah, I was really
We was doing some long range kicking. I was doing passes in, getting to jump on the ball, diving on the ball. So then she had me diving on the ball. I was doing my Mary Earps impression. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'll do it again every weekend. Probably do it in the weekend.
Well, it wasn't even in the weekend. It
was after school, yeah. I've got footy training tonight with H, so I won't be doing it tonight with her, but we can try and fit that into the week. No? Should we move on to our questions? We prepared some questions for each other, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what yours are? Want me to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone that's known us for a while will know that we used to have a YouTube channel.
We did.
We did. How did you feel about that?
Well, do you remember that first one? Was it the girlfriend tag?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like 50,000 views on that or something.
About 100k. At the time, it went viral. That was viral in those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went.
We took that down, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Or is it hidden?
It's still on the channel, but it's hidden.
Yeah.
We should post that one day. I'll get some clips out of it.
No, to be fair, when we was doing it, people were kind of like giving us like nice comments and stuff, weren't they? Like they seemed to enjoy watching.
People used to ask us for like not recommendations, for requests. People make requests on like videos.
What videos to do? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was early days out there, wasn't it? It's where YouTube wasn't quite as big.
That was like years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was probably
in uni.
Yeah, 21, 20. I'm talking over 10 years ago. Like early doors when it was girlfriend tag, so it wasn't engaged.
Yeah.
So we had a YouTube channel. And I wanted to ask you what your favourite video was that we did. Or talk about the videos that we made, maybe. Like the types of videos, and then what your favourite was.
Definitely the yoga challenge.
That was
so funny. Where was we? Was it Bondi Beach or something? We was on a beach. Noosa, was we?
We was in Australia. Yeah. We was up the coast, east coast. We was in that place where we stayed in like a tree house. The hostel, it was like a hostel or a hotel, and it was up in that trees.
Up north, I think.
Yeah, it was high, and there was that lighthouse. We did a lighthouse walk and saw all the whales and the dolphins.
Yeah.
And the beach was so quiet.
Surfers Paradise.
Maybe. I can't remember. No, that's where we did the skydive, I think.
No, that was Mission Beach.
Oh, jeez, don't remember. It might be Noosa.
yeah, I'd say like the most fun one was the yoga challenge. It was so funny.
Yeah,
I think because it was on the beach. Everything's so much harder on the beach in sand, isn't it?
What, like it's easy doing yoga otherwise? Could you do any of that stuff now?
I can't even walk in sand, let alone do yoga. But people were laughing when I was walking past us, weren't they? But it was such a nice day. It was so hot and sunny, and then there's us two acting like idiots as usual. We went travelling around the world, by the way. This was like
a long time ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we lived off a half pack of noodles and half pack of biscuits each a day. And maybe those tiny bananas that you get in Thailand.
Like that's a common knowledge of those tiny bananas.
But it just makes me realise that I can do it. Like you can lose weight, you just have to starve yourself. Like how is that a healthy thing for us to do? And to be fair, I think it's because we was travelling with our 21k backpack in the middle of night, like when we didn't know where we was going. We was too skint to get like tuk-tuks and taxis. So we just walked everywhere in the blazing heat, up hills, 21 kilos on our back, going for it, didn't we?
We were proper backpacking though, wasn't we? Yeah. We were basically camping for a year.
Yeah.
Like some of the dives we stayed in was something out there.
I know, I bet we'd be good at that hunted.
I think that we'd be so good.
Because we'd stay anywhere, wouldn't we?
Oh yeah, I'd stay outside.
Yeah.
I'd just sleep in a bush. It wouldn't bother me.
Funny. What was your favourite YouTube video?
Yeah, so our YouTube channel was basically, it was us. That's pretty much all it was.
It was
just
like
kind of
challenges. And
stuff, we
it?
recorded just what we was up to, and it wasn't really the kind of days where you would do daily vlogs. We did towards the end of it, we started to do Vlogmas, and that was when Vlogmas was very new, like Zoella days, like she was like starting that trend off. So it was like, yeah, we're going to do Vlogmas. But pre that, because that was probably the back end of the channel. Like you think we came back home from travelling, we probably closed the channel at that point. Like we'd done it kind of. It was just like, oh, we went into our careers then, didn't we? So yeah, early days we did a lot of challenges, like the ones like eating challenges, things like that people used to do. We did the girlfriend tag. I really enjoyed doing the girlfriend tag.
Yeah, I can't really remember. Was it just when you asked each other questions?
Yeah, so we was newly out, like we was gabies, we was fresh.
Yeah.
And Shannon and Cammy, the two YouTubers that used to be together a long time ago, we was obsessed with them, and they did it. And we was like, we're going to do it. And I think that's how we started the channel, or like, it might not,
that was another thing where
video.
you really wanted to do it, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then as soon as I said yes, I think we just filmed it there and then started to change my mind.
Yeah.
You're definitely the driving force of all of these. Like, you're so ambitious and like driven, whereas I'm like crusading day by day life the same.
But you keep us afloat. Like I'd be dead.
And you keep us adventurous. So we're a good team.
I'm spontaneous. I like to have fun. Yeah.
Live in the moment.
So I'd probably say maybe the girlfriend tag was my favourite, only because in those days that was a version of viral. Like,
I feel like I'd cringe watching that back
then. Imagine now a video had like 60k and you'd be like, oh, I've got a viral video. That's not viral anymore, is it? Like millions is viral now.
Yeah.
But like then it was a lot, and we was like, oh my god, we felt famous. I even remember being somewhere and someone was like looking at us and was like, oh my god, they recognise us. And we were always like, they recognise us from that video.
Oh god.
No, but I think they actually did.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we was at that
and now we'll be recognised for the 2 months.
We was at that YouTube convention. What's that called?
Hello World.
I really wanted to go, and we went to that, and it was there. Someone recognised us.
Right.
And I had that really awkward moment with Anastasia Kingsnorth.
Oh yeah, she was like, oh, I like your dungarees, and I was like, thanks. I like your hair.
Thanks. I like your hair. And it was the most awkward thing ever. Like, obviously Becky had never been hit on by a girl before, other than me.
That is so funny.
Yeah, and it's like, female attention.
I was dressed like a minion. I remember I had like this mustard long sleeve top on and my black dungarees.
Because I
didn't know what to say, because I don't take compliments well. So people are like, oh, I like your outfit. Yeah, I feel like I can't just say, oh, thanks. Like I feel like I have to compliment her back. So I was like, thank you, I like your. And I paused, went, hair, and
she just went.
I think she just walked off.
She just went, and walked away.
You went, did you just say I like your hair? And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, but those were good days, weren't they? What's your question?
My question is, so on the radio.
What are we looking down here for?
Because I've wrote my questions down.
Put it on your knee, please.
I don't need. Hello, sister.
Can't see it anyway.
Right, Heart Make Me Millionaire.
Oh, okay.
It's current at the moment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the draw is beginning of May.
Yeah, it's soon. 2 weeks.
Someone won, I think, was it 30k the other day?
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
going up a lot, I think, by the bit. So,
by the bit.
Heart Make Me Millionaire.
Yeah.
So if you was in the role,
yeah,
what would you spend your money on.
How much for one?
Million.
Oh, if I win the million.
You are the millionaire.
I'd buy a new car. Bigger car. We need a bigger car.
Yeah, we want a 7-seater, don't we?
And I'd pay for IVF and have another baby.
Wow. Bloody hell. Let's hope we're not a millionaire.
I don't want to win a millionaire. Take my ticket.
What would be your cut-off? Like, because I know whenever you hear on the radio, whenever you hear on the radio and they're like, oh, we've always said like 5,000 is my cut-off.
It's £5,000. It's like toilet roll. Wipe your nose on that.
£5,000 is a lot of money.
Oh, of course, it's a lot of money, and it's a lot of money to some people that are really on their ass struggling. And I get that, like it's so much money, but against $1 million, and there's like 20 people.
So what's your cut-off then? Because until you're in that situation, are you seriously going to say no?
No, I think right now, 10,000-15,000, because I want the money for Florida. Other than that, if it's below that, I'm going in a millionaire. Like, you're never going to. When are you going to get that again in your life? If you think you buy a lottery ticket, it's like 1 in 7 million to win.
Yeah.
Like that's never going to happen. That is a rare occurrence. To go in and be 1 in 20, like my odds are worse than that.
Is that how much it is?
There's
20 of them.
I think it's 20, might be 21 in there now. And my Grand National, I think I was 33 to 1. Did you come second? Better odds. I won on the Grand National, so I can win on this. It's pretty decent odds. In a room with 20 people.
It freaks
Think
me
how
out.
many people 20 people is. 20 people is less than a classroom.
Yeah. I was going to say that.
Yeah. Great minds think alike.
I was going to say that, but I did.
Yeah. That's take half of them kids away in that classroom. That's 20 people.
My issue is I say this all the time, that I'm all for entering the competitions, but I don't answer my phone ever because I have anxiety over speaking on the phone if people don't know this about me. So if I got a withheld number, I wouldn't even answer the phone. So I'm just wasting money entering because I'm not going to answer the phone.
No, you have to leave a voicemail saying just, I was going to say capital gain of the cash. Heart make you millionaire. Hi, you've reached Becky on the phone. I'm too anxious to answer right now. I'm too anxious to answer right now, so just heart make me a millionaire and I'll see you in May. Bye.
If it's under 10, just put me into the drawer. If it's over 10, just I'll send it my bank details.
My next question is, it is currently Cheerleading Worlds. I wanted to ask you about your Worlds experience. So, like, obviously we're into sport at the moment. So we're looking at women winning the Euros in the football, going on to the World Cup, coming silver in the World Cup. We've got the men's Euros coming up. We've got the Olympics coming up, which Team GB didn't qualify for. That's a biggie. Or women's anyway. I don't know what the men's did because I don't really follow the men's. So there's a lot of like sports going to like these elite levels at the moment, like that we're interested in. So then the closest we can relate to that is that we went to Cheerleading World Championship. So what is your experience of attending a World Championship?
It's definitely surreal. I mean, at the time, because I don't really follow cheerleaders much anymore, I don't know if there's still things like celebrities.
Oh, there will be.
You know, when you're like obsessed with like Cheer Extreme, for example.
Yeah.
Erica Engelbert, Gabby Ginsberg, Maddie Butler, is that her name? Gabby Butler.
I was going to say Maddie Ziegler.
What was her name?
Gabby Butler. Yeah.
I can't remember. So I mainly really wanted to go meet them. I wasn't really too asked about competing because, you know, it's, to be honest, really, Worlds was no different to any competition in the UK because I think we knew that we were just going for the experience rather than
we was the Team Ireland.
Yeah.
we were the underdogs.
Yeah,
we knew we'd made it.
Yeah, we knew we did.
We reached the platform, but we was like, we're going for the experience.
Yeah. And I thought it was really cool going to Florida and all the theme parks and everything as a cheerleading group. I was extremely jet lagged. Do you remember how ill I was?
Oh, you was really poorly.
Yeah.
I don't think you was jet. I think you had like a bug. I thought
think?
You projectiled in my bag, in my actual handbag.
Oh, sorry about
that. Was a start of love. That wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was really, really cool experience. Really cool. And for anyone who's a cheerleader, I'd say definitely aim for that. It's like your goal and don't give up until you get there.
Absolutely.
I mean, I did crumble a bit on the floor. I think I backed out of one of my.
It wasn't your best performance.
But
I can't say anything. I wasn't somewhere. I was stunting the entire routine through. The entire routine. I was in jumps.
Was we in the same song group?
I had Little Emma.
Yeah, we was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, can't remember that.
Our stunts it.
Yeah. Oh, our stunts hit. Oh, don't get me wrong. We hit all our stunts. Like, I would not. I would not let that player hit the floor. I was a back. It was my job to keep her up there. No, I loved it. I thought it was an absolutely amazing thing to be a part of. I miss so much being part of a team.
Yeah.
So much. And I think you see that, I crave it. Like,
yeah.
I don't like people, but I miss being part of a group. That's
it's
weird,
so
isn't
sad
it?
that you you never know when your last routine is, unless you're planning to leave.
Yeah, well,
like, yeah, but
I went out with a knee injury and a neck injury and a broken finger. Like I was done. Achilles. Like I'm done. Yeah. I would just love to be part of it. I just might just go and start following around like the local football team and just be that hype girl. Just like, hi guys.
I know. Well, my sister said this because she started doing football again. Her and her friend Emma.
I wish I was brave enough. I genuinely would do it.
Yeah.
I'm good at football.
I don't know. Like, to be fair, if those two lived it closer, I think us four doing it together would be absolutely hilarious. I actually
think I'm alright at football. Like, I'm not just tooting my own horn. I actually think I am.
Yeah, but you're saying that because you went to goalie practice for 6-year-olds last night.
Yeah, I am, yeah. I've never been to goalie practice before and I did really well. I think
positivity.
Yeah, I'm no Russo, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've not got that type of fitness level. But I can whack a goal in. I'm not scared of taking a challenge. If someone came up with the studs first, like from Kate McCabe's sleep, I'm like, fuck me, go away.
Had the ball in your face and was like, ow, that really hurt.
No, I was spinning the ball on my finger like a basketball player and hit myself in the face.
Yeah.
And it did really hurt. But yeah, so Worlds, it was brilliant. I loved it. I think it's a really, really good opportunity for any male, female, young, adult, teenagers, some of us were, to experience something like that in your life, to work towards a goal that's like that and to then get the outcome that we got, because I think we came like 6th in the nations and then 11th overall. It's a big category though. Yeah. So we just missed our spot going on the stage, which was a shame. But we made it to finals. We got there. Yeah. Yeah, but I loved Worlds and like, I made it my like point to go and find like the celebrities, and I got t-shirts, signed t-shirts of people. I bought one of somebody at one point.
Swapping pins and stuff like that. Yeah. That's not really a thing now, is it? It's all pegs, and that was never a thing for me, was it? Yeah.
But pins probably still is at Worlds. Probably, yeah, because it's a bigger thing, more teams there. I'm going to go on to Woman Crush of the Week.
Oh, I don't have one, so you're going to have to just do that.
I needed to have one. If not, I'm happy to sit and speak about my Woman Crush of the Week, because mine's intense. I think you can get, I want you to, you've got 3 guesses of who it's going to be.
Rusha Littlejohn.
Ding, ding, ding. Do you want me to go into the reasons of mine, or do you already know the reasons? Shall I share? Mm-hmm. Okay. So Rusha, just want to be her best mate. She's had a really crap time and I want to be her best mate. I feel like I could be there to make it better.
Low-key obsessed with her. High-key.
High-key. So I don't hide it. I think she's really fucking cool. She's really funny. Like I sit in bed.
Yeah, I think it's her humour that you like.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. She could laugh me into bed. Sorry, babe.
Where's all this come from? Like, all you're obsessed with now is like, oh, she can be with me any day.
Ooh. You're just jealous.
Sorry, is this podcast like about us and our life, or about how much you just obsess over other women?
It's therapy for me to get that out there. I spend all of my time with you and I'm allowed to have
I spend all of my time researching other people. Stalking all these girls.
I'll give you the position to talk about yours. Like, who's your woman crush?
I've got one.
Go on.
Saturday night. What do we do on a Saturday night?
On a Saturday night? Watch football.
And Saturday night with the kids. What do we do?
Britain's Got Talent.
But who am I watching on Britain's Got Talent?
Don't know, one of the shite acts. I don't
Alicia
like it.
Dixon.
Yeah. It feels
I'm not asking for your opinion on whether she's your girl crush.
Okay,
she's
why?
my girl crush.
Why is she your girl
she's
crush?
Fit. I think she's really cool, you know. She's from
that wasn't
WGC.
Really cool.
She's from the hood.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think I love it. I like her style. I think she's confident. I think.
Might be realistic.
Sorry, how?
Easy. I go to St Albans.
Right.
Wander around the streets for a bit. I bump into Rusha.
My sister's been to Alicia Dixon's house party.
Pardon? What did you mean to say? And
my sister has been to Alicia Dixon's house party, so I've got more chance than you have.
Which sister?
Tash.
It's been to Alicia Dixon's house
party.
Dixon's
when
house.
She was younger, about 14, 15.
Why was Alicia Dixon hanging around?
I think it was her younger sister's party.
That's a weird, like a clawing at a claim to fame there.
Okay. Have you even seen Rusha in the flesh?
No, but I will. You're just jealous. I can tell by your face.
You ain't touching that flesh.
I can tell by your face. I might slide into her DMs, but just like, why not replying to me? Like, we're best mates and you're not replying to me.
Do it. I'd love to. Do it now. I'd love to see if she replies.
No, I'm too scared. That's what I mean. In my head, we're best mates, but I'll be too scared to actually reach out and be like, You know, like as mates, let's just go for coffee. Just as mates. I think you can't, in your little brain in here, you can't fathom that. Because she's gay.
Fathom what?
Because she's gay and I'm gay, you think it's like I want to go for coffee with her because I want to take her on a date. I do it.
Reach out to them, but you're too scared.
It's weird though, isn't it? She's got like thousands of followers. Hi, do you want to be my friend? She's got friends.
Okay, so that's not me not fathoming it. That's you not having the balls to do it.
Yeah, I know. Is that weird? Is that a weird thing? If you just want to be someone's mate, should you just go up to somebody that can be your friends? I bet she gets it all the time. I bet so many people just message her like, hey, I really want to meet you.
I would never even do that. I don't even speak to many of the mums at school.
Yeah, but then would she think it's weird? Would other people think that's weird? Like, imagine now, like, I don't know, Barbara next door. I want you to be a mate. Just knock on, hey, do you fancy coming for a coffee? Let's go for a chat. Is that weird? I feel like when we were younger...
I think they just think you're lonely. And you need to do something about it because...
Is this my hall pass? Have I got a hall pass in Brucia? Oh, babe. Call me. It's got a bit weird now. It has got a bit weird. But I do, like, it's really annoying. Like, when you see people out there and you're like, we could be mates. Like, you watch people on, like, I don't know, Love Island.
I think you're just very similar. It's probably ADHD.
Yeah, I don't think she knows she's got ADHD, but I'm telling you she's got ADHD.
But that's what I mean. That's why you can relate to each other.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's a bit annoying.
What do you think? I'm a bit annoying?
Yeah. Who doesn't find you annoying?
Yeah, so we're probably bored everyone to sleep now.
Marry up. So even marry up, so.
I should message me back.
You're just obsessed with football at the moment. It's not everyone's obsession, so let's move on.
Okay. Fine.
Brutal.
That's, pretty brutal. Okay.
Mum moment.
We can do that. Mum moment.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to start?
No, it's okay.
Right, so my first one
Yeah.
is, so you've been reading a book in
Yeah.
bed with, we both read books with the girls, but with Harley especially.
Okay,
she
yeah.
started this new one.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Naughtiest Unicorn.
The Naughtiest Unicorn, right. And so I
Crap.
started reading this book. Started reading this book last night and you were about 6 chapters in.
Yeah.
So you were a wedge through the
Yeah.
book, yeah. I've not read this book with her yet. And she's like, oh, I want to carry on reading this one. It's good. And I was like, all right, okay. So I didn't read the title. I looked at the picture on the front and just saw the unicorn. So I knew in my head it's a book about unicorns. I thought, oh, it's going to be shite.
Yeah.
So reading along and they're at the top of this mountain and they're going sledging. And all of a sudden it starts talking about Dave. But bear in mind, I've got no characters here to work with. I don't know who these characters are. And I'm reading this book and I'm like, who the friggin' hell's Dave? Like, what in a kid's book is called Dave? And next thing it's like, Dave let out this fart. And we could not stop laughing.
Well, I was thinking
howling laughing.
When I'm reading, it's all about, so the unicorns just roll down the hill in this giant blob of snowball poo.
Right.
And so it's all about poo and wee and farts. But she doesn't laugh to me. So I don't know whether she feels like it's a bit silly and she can't laugh. But you two were cracking up laughing. I was like, why did she not find it that funny when I read her? She said it in a certain way.
No, yeah, well, I use voices. You don't use voices.
Yeah, I do.
But no, I think I didn't expect it. I'm thinking that this girly little book about unicorns, like, she isn't that type of kid. She plays football. She's quite a boisterous, tomboyish type kid, isn't she? Like,
I was surprised when she wanted to read that book.
Yeah, she's an adventurous little girl. She's not like, oh, tell me about butterflies and fairies and unicorns. She's not that type of kid. She's not bothered by it, which I absolutely love for her. And yeah, and then we're just reading this book. So I'm thinking in my head, it's like these kids on a school trip and they've all got pet unicorns. So I'm just expecting like surface level shite, like this crappy kids book. And then I read it and then it was like, Dave let out a slow, lonesome fart. So there's the way this fart was described.
Yeah.
So then I started laughing and I'm giggling. But bedtimes for us are never really easy. We've got 3 kids and they all have different, they have melatonin to help them sleep. Like they've all got different things going on at bedtime. And her especially, like, it takes about 2-3 hours to fall asleep every night. She's racking around in that bed, isn't she? Like she's up to something in that room every night. So you try and read to her to bring her down. And I've got the giggles and I'm trying to read and I'm like, and then it did it again. And it was like, somebody said, what's that smell? As Dave farted again, and I was just cracking, and my belly was going, and it was such a wholesome moment. It was so cute.
Yeah,
like, the type of moment.
I was chuckling away.
Yeah, I'm going to remember that until she's like older. Like, do you remember that time I was reading in bed and we were just laughing at Dave?
She's going to want the series now.
Dave the unicorn farting in your book, and it was so nice. It was just a moment that I thought, oh, I'll cherish that.
I was trying to do maths with Mila, and I could just hear you both cackling, and I was like, definitely that unicorn book, definitely.
I don't think I should be the one to read that book with her because I don't know. Like normally I just like, this is Trump to be silly, but I'm too immature.
That's what I mean. That's why I think she wasn't doing it to me, because I think because bedtime is quite the wind down, calm time. I think maybe she did find it funny, but she thought, I can't get too silly, otherwise she's not going to read it.
I think she was
to me.
catching the laugh.
Yeah.
I think like the
definitely.
more
You
I was
laugh
laughing,
first, so yeah.
the more I was laughing, the more it was making her laugh. And I don't think she was even laughing at it, but I think she was laughing at me laughing.
Yeah,
And then it became like this infectious thing, and we was proper cuddling, like giggling to each other.
Aww.
And I was like, we're gonna have to leave it there, or else you're gonna be up all night, kid. But it was nice. So that was I've got a couple, but that was
She didn't remember anything
nice.
about waking up in the night last night.
Did you not?
No.
No.
She thought I had a great sleep, I had a great
Oh.
dream. Bear in mind,
Woke up crying and running to the
the
toilet.
Yeah. My mum moment is a bit sad.
Oh no.
Yeah. I didn't get a goodbye kiss this morning. Mila.
Oh. Why?
Because she was too in a conversation with a friend.
Well, that's good.
I know, I couldn't believe it.
That's really good.
So
She
usually
doesn't
Mila-
really have friends.
Mila usually does the whole bye, have a good day, bye, and will give you a kiss and wave until you literally can't see her anymore. And this morning, I was the last adult parent there in the playground waiting for her, because her teacher is always the last teacher, literally all the time. So all of the other parents were like waving the kids off, walking away, and I was like, I need to stay, because she gets in the mood, doesn't she? If you don't stay, don't wave her off. So I was waiting, and then in the queue, she usually has like this one best friend who's her go-to, that she started talking to a different friend in the queue, and I was just kind of watching her like, oh, she's actually chatting, actually talking to her. And then the teacher came, so I was like, oh, right, okay. And usually as the teacher leads them out, she's like waving goodbye, like that. It wasn't even like, I've got a new friend and you're like, I'm too cool for you, I'm not going to wave. It wasn't like that at all. It was genuinely like she was in such an in-depth conversation. I would actually want to know whether she realised that she forgot to wave to me and say goodbye. And I was just like, oh, I was like, what about me? Waving goodbye, I'm still like your mum. You can have a friend and wave to me.
Oh.
But yeah, so I walked out thinking, I was really happy that she'd made a friend, but then I was still a bit sad that she hadn't even waved.
I've got another one moment.
Okay.
Just last one. This morning, Becky's making breakfast with the girls, and I'm writing my lunchbox notes. Yes, I'm that parent. And I'm like drawing.
Oh, that leads me on to another one as well.
I did a little egg, and I wrote, "You're excellent." And I'm drawing these little notes, and then all of a sudden, I don't even know which one of the girls. One of the girls opened the microwave and was like, "Ow! It's popped!" And porridge. Was you making porridge?
Yeah.
I assumed it was porridge. Yeah. And then, bear in mind, she's there making it. So she's in the kitchen. Becky is the she I'm talking about. Becky's in the kitchen there making the porridge with the children, and they still come running to me. Mummy, the porridge has popped. And she's like,
you have to tell both of us everything.
Well, then you're like, hey, I'm here, I'm dealing with it. And I'm like,
you don't need to tell Mummy that. I've got it under control.
I'm like, leave me alone, I'm drawing my eggs.
But meanwhile, so Levi said, do you want tea or coffee, babe? And I was like, oh, bloody hell.
No, what did I do?
She's offered to make me tea or coffee. You put the tea bag and the coffee into the mugs, completely forgot to do anything else, went into the conservatory, started doing these packed lunch post-it notes, came back, made your breakfast, and that's when I'm chuckling, because I can see the tea and coffee on the side that you still not made. And you're like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, I'll wait till the podcast. You were like, what is it? And then I think I had to make my own tea and coffee.
I made the teas and coffees. Yeah, but I must have
We didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah,
I think it was about 15 minutes that were there on the side.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It just goes to show how easily distracted you get.
I am really bad for that, and that is actually one of my own red flags. Like, I'm like, red flag, I forget about the tea and coffee all the time.
Though. It was just the fact that you were so close. Like, you got there, you put the tea, you put the coffee in, you pressed the on button of the kettle, and you couldn't be asked to wait, so you just thought, let's walk away and do something else.
Sorry.
All right, you offered.
What do you think your red flag is? Have you got a red flag? About yourself?
I think I'm pretty perfect.
Oh, do you know? Shall I name you? I've got a list.
No, I don't know.
I think... No, well, I'm not going to start naming things I don't like about you.
Things about me, thank you.
Yeah, got any more? Is that you?
Well, our 6-year-old daughter told me I had orange teeth the other day.
Yeah, I was going to say that one, but I didn't want to call you out.
I'm not being funny, right? Yesterday, I went to the hygienist, hacked my mouth, and gave it a good old clean, good old polish. And then I told Lenny that I went to the dentist. And this is how annoying she is, right? And she's like, oh, brush your teeth today, Mummy. And I went, yes, thank you. I've just been to the dentist.
She was doing her teeth at the time for context.
Yeah, but she must be looking at my mouth.
Have you done your teeth today?
It's like... it's like... But I get really defensive. I talk to them like they're like my age. I'm like, yes, I have been to the dentist. Why are you asking me that? And she went, bit dirty. And I went,
bit orange.
Bit orange there. And I was like, but I've noticed this before, that this one tooth, I've noticed it's changing colour. and it's like got more of like a yellowy colour. But I've not said anything because I thought, oh, I can't be arsed. I'm going to the dentist soon anyway. But the fact that she noticed, now I'm insecure about it, and I'm like, what? I was like, she's right. She's noticing. I was like, this one here. It is a different colour, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Just need some whitening strips, something big.
Yeah. So I was actually going to give me grounded card, but it could be a mum moment.
Okay. Yeah.
I know.
So yeah, that was
We
funny.
have several mum moments. So
We do. We have a lot of those. I'm sure there'll be more of those to talk about moving forward. Right. So let's go on to you grounded. Who's grounded?
I'll tell you who's bloody grounded. Alex Greenwood.
Why?
I put a bet on 3-0 for Man today. And I know it wasn't a big bet.
Shouldn't be betting.
3-0.
Gambling. You're an addict.
I'm not an addict at all. I only
Little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, carry on.
3-0. I bet.
Yeah.
90 minutes.
Please bet responsibly, everybody. This is not condoning betting.
Plus 8. 9. So in the 99th minute, she scored 4-0. Lost my bet.
Oh, that's shocking. That is.
But the whole time I was in and ahhing whether to cash out with, and you are the bad influence.
Guilty.
Because had I been up here on my own, I would have cashed out.
Right, listen. If you're in it to win it.
But I was at the point where if I cashed out, I would have lost less waiting till the end rather than losing all of that.
Then girl math it. You do it. If you're still winning in your mind, girl math it.
That did not sit well with me. I was
Greenwood?
sulking. I went upstairs and everything. I was like, I'm not having this. Slammed the laptop down.
Alex Greenwood, you're grounded.
She's grounded.
Right, my first main one is I'm grounded.
You've still not unpacked your suitcase, Levi.
I've unpacked half of the suitcase.
You've been back like 2 weeks and the suitcase is still full. Well, it's not full, I lie. You have done your washing. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But everything else is still in the case.
Here's how I'm justifying that.
That's why you're counting.
Here's how I'm justifying that, right? I've been watching Rusha.
Get her to help you unpack. Put her podcast on while you're unpacking. She told me I'd moved the battery charger. Might I add?
I didn't.
It was in the suitcase.
I asked you
from your holiday.
I asked you if you've seen it because the last time I had it was on the side.
Everything's going to be.
This is turning into an argument. That's not why I'm grounded. I'm grounded because I've got a fat roll tan. I've got a fat roll here, right there.
A white line
and
tan.
a white line tan. If I didn't have a leotard, I'd show you. Oh, thank you, babe. I appreciate that. There's sarcasm for that. I've grounded myself for my own fat roll there because I was also just sat with a pina colada in hand, just going to know. Too drunk, not caring about my fat roll time. So that's it. We've gone through all our topics. How do you feel?
Good. I feel like we've rambled a lot, but that's what this safe space is for, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited. So we've got social media accounts at the Two Mums Club. So go give us a follow. And comment down below if you are a YouTube watcher and you want to ask us anything or want to know anything. Give us an idea of what to speak about next time. We're happy to do it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait for next time.
You're happy that I agreed?
I'm very happy that you agreed.
Did I do all right?
You did. I'm proud of you. You did really good. You actually did.
Thanks.
Yeah, you did. You did really good. Put mascara on your face. I'm excited for our new mics to come and to try them out.
I know.
And
I am.
actually get it sounding a bit better.
All right.
Until next time.
Ta-ra, mate.
Peace out.